All right, guys, so this is your skid that I made. All right, we're gonna attempt to put the bar on it. So I just want to show you guys what you have here. It's a very thick, heavy heavy skid to support that bar. So we're gonna put that on the floor, and the bar we're gonna put on it. You might get a Daniel, I'm not sure. It depends if he's stuck inside the bar when we ship it. Although Walt, we can just have him walk right inside the cabinet. All right. Oh, and one other thing, guys, your braces for the poles, they're going to be inside the cabinet, and the cabinet's going to have a zip tie around it so the doors don't come open during shipping. All right. See you in the next video. Okay, guys. Walt's trying to make some funnies over here. But all right. So here is your bag of screws. So inside this bag is individual bags of screws. There's two different types of screws. The big black screws, which will do the cross poles up top. There is a bit taped to those screws. And then the screws that do the footrest and end caps, those are also in there. And there is a brand new bit in one of the bags for those screws as well. So this bag is going to go into the ice bin. So the bar is completely blocked down to the skid. Now these two blocks right here are not attached to the bar. I didn't want to put screw holes where you can see it. So they're just braced up against it just to hold it in place. So wherever there is a red circle, that's where the screws are. And that bit is in this bag with the screws. So as you come around the side here, now it's screwed into the skid and it's screwed into the bottom of the bar. So before this bar comes off, you have to remove all the blocks. So there's two blocks on this end, there's two blocks in the front, and there's two blocks on this end, and they're both screwed into the floor and into the bottom of the bar. Now when you put your footrest on, obviously that's going to be covered, you'll never see it. So the refrigerator, and I'll make another real quick video. The refrigerator we're going to block in right here inside the bar, and all you guys have to do is take it out of the box, fit it in here, and plug it into the outlet there. Your roof braces are right here inside the cabinet, and when we shrink wrap this, we're going to shrink wrap everything up really well, and then the footrest is going to sit on top of the bar, on top of padding, so it doesn't mess up your bar top. And the same with the poles, which are holding up Daniel right now. So those will also be up top on top of padding. So what I would do is I would remove them before you attempt to take the bar off, because the bar is very heavy, and it will be easier to move it without all that on there. All right, I'll attach another video of the refrigerator as soon as that's on. All right, there's the refrigerator. It's wedged up against the two cabinets, so it can't go anywhere that way. And we got two blocks there screwed into the floor and a block there screwed into the floor, and that's holding this thing's in there pretty solid, so that's not going anywhere. So to make things lighter when you guys move, I would obviously take this out first and then put it in after your bar is all set up. All right, there'll be one last video, this thing being all wrapped up, and I'll see you shortly. All right, guys, here you go. Everything's all wrapped and ready to go. The bar top's all padded, bubble wrap. Footrest is on top of bubble wrap and cardboard, so it will not damage the bar top. Your cross poles are shrink wrapped to the footrest, which is also on cardboard, so there's no damage to the footrest. Everything is shrink wrapped and nice and solid. So I shrink wrapped the top. Walt was able to walk around shrink wrapping the bottom.
That's what us new kids do.
Anyway, all right, well, this thing's ready to go, and if I can't get it on one of my trailers, you guys are going to have to send the truck over. So we'll see what happens. All right, I guess we got to get the trailer, see if it fits on there, huh? All right. All right, so there you go, guys. That's your bar all shrink wrapped and ready to head to Boca Raton, Florida. So from the Tiki Kev shop, Tiki Kev out. All right, this is too fun not to video. This is the first time we're attempting this. I'm on my quad, and we got the winch, and we're gonna winch that bar up onto the trailer. Usually we have so many hands that we don't have to ever do this, but there's only 3 of us, and the pallet I made for this bar, we're shipping it to Boca Raton. The pallet probably weighs about 250, 300 pounds. I just way overdid it, but let's see if we can get this on here. We have to take it to the trucking company. You guys ready? All right, here we go. All right. Whoop. Hey, hold. I got to put the camera down. It's pulling me forward. Hang on. All right, we'll see what happens when we're done. Well, that went as smooth can go. That was so easy. I don't know why I didn't do this 20 years ago.
You would have me and him working with
Exactly, I know. Instead of calling, 8 of my buddies to come over and help lift this thing, that was just too easy. It only took me 24 years to figure that out. Anyway, it's on there. We just got to get it to the terminal and then off to Boca. All right, anybody in Boca? All right, Tiki Kev out. All right, guys, here is an instructional video on how to put this bar together once it gets out there. Very minimal. I kind of need Walt and Daniel. I don't know where they walked away to. Oh, there's Walt. Where's Daniel at? There's Daniel. I'm going to give the phone to Walt. Here, Walt. Just look away, guys, until this turns around. All right, guys, so Walt, come over here and follow me. So what you guys are going to do is I'm going to make another video on this on the skid and how to take it off of the skid. I'm not sure if I'm going to attach it to the front or back of the video, but you'll find out. So the first thing you're going to do before you even put the footrest on is you're going to come over to this side here, and where this hole is in this panel, you'll have 6 screws. You'll have 2 at the bottom, 2 in the middle, 2 up top, and that panel will come off. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the wire that you have coming out of the ground. You're going to take this panel off. You're going to feed the wire through that hole. Okay, once you feed the wire through that hole, you can put the panel back on, and then the wire will attach inside the panel box here, which is right here. So there's 2 sets of wires, okay? So you have 2 circuits. One circuit feeds the bar, the other circuit feeds the roof, which goes up to here, and there's your wire for the roof. And that will be controlled by a switch, which is right here, okay? So when you guys hook everything up, the one set of wires will stay hot for the bar because of the refrigerator. The other set goes to the roof, which you can control by the switch. So whenever you leave your bar at night and go inside, you just hit the switch, everything in the roof will shut off, regardless of if you have a ceiling fan, a TV, lighting, whatever. So when you get this, you will have this panel right here. This panel will be on here to cover up the wires, okay? So let me put the wires back in there. Okay, so when you guys get this bar, this panel will be on here. So you got to pull the panel off. I will have all the screws all labeled in different little baggies so you know where all the screws go. So, and I will also put a screw tip in because it's a torque head bit, which you probably don't have lying around your house. So I will supply the bit as well. And everything, all the screws I will put inside the ice bin here, okay? This cover plate will be on the bar. You'll have to take it off. These end caps will be for the footrest, which I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a second. But these will also be in the ice bin. All right, so I'm going to take the camera real quick. So once you guys get the electrical done, that's when you can put the footrest on. So I'm going to take the camera real quick from Walt. Okay, and I'm going to have Walt and Daniel show you guys how to put the footrest on. So the footrest, basically, we lost Daniel again. Where'd Daniel go?
He's right here.
Where'd he go? Daniel's always running away. So, so what you guys are going to do, the footrest, it basically just slides right on. Let me get behind you guys here. Okay, so if you're taking the footrest, it just slides right over top of that bracket there. And if you push it evenly, it just slides right on. Just like that. Now, there's already screw holes in the footrest. We already pre-drilled those. I will also have those screws in a bag. Okay, there's 3 that go across the front. There's 1 on each side in the middle and 1 on each side at the end. And what you're going to do is the footrest, you are going to push on as far as you can. If you want to make sure it's either even with that bracket that goes on the bottom of the bar or past, a little bit past it. And then you're going to take your, after you screw everything down, and these are also labeled as well. So this one right here, this is your end cap, says right end cap. So that's going to go on the right hand side, and it says up, so it goes just like that. Walt, you want to? And I will give you guys the screws for that. These are also pre-drilled, and all you have to do is screw it in once the footrest is screwed in. Okay, very simple. All right, and now for the poles to support the roof. All right, I'm going to give this back to Walt, and Daniel and I will show you guys how to do that. Here you go, Walt. Okay, so the first pole, you have your conduit and you have your wire. So this pole is very self-explanatory. There's a hole in this pole. So before you put this on, undo the wire, feed the wire through the bottom of the pole, and it doesn't matter which side you put it on. You feed the wire through the bottom and pull it through, and then you just set it right over top here, and that's where it'll sit. I'll have the screws in a bag labeled cross poles, and you'll just screw it right down to each pole. Okay, you just want to make sure it's centered on the pole, but this one's easy because you got the hole. You can't mistake where that one goes. So for the pole on the other side, what I did is I put these guide blocks in for you guys. Okay, now you will take these off. After the pole goes on, you will take these off. You don't need these. This is just so you guys know where the pole goes on my vertical poles there. So this is labeled front, the other one's labeled back. You want to grab that, Daniel? So that's the front of the bar. You will set that right on there, my guide blocks, and then you'll screw the pole down, and then you can take these blocks off, and you're good to go. So there are 4 braces as well. Okay, there's the 2 smaller ones go in the back, the 2 bigger ones go in the front. On each pole, I have either an F or a B for front and back. So these go just like this, and again, I will have screws for you guys. So after you take these blocks off, what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, Walt. You're going to hold the brace on the pole and just slide it up so it just touches that one, and then you can nail and screw it in. And you'll do that for all 4 braces. Now the one with the conduit, and again, this one's pretty self-explanatory, that has a notch out. So that will go around the conduit here, just like that, and you just push it up till it hits the top pole, and then you just screw it in. Okay, and this obviously is the back because that's where the conduit is. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything. The refrigerator, you will just slide the refrigerator in, and there's a plug in the back. You just plug it in, and when you get your bar wired, that'll be hot and all ready to go. So I think for the most part, that's pretty much everything as far as putting the bar together. There's nothing else to it. So when you guys get this, it'll be on the skid. It'll be actually screwed into the skid so it doesn't move, and that'll be in my next video attached to this one. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know and have fun. Still rolling? Oh, we're still rolling. Still rolling. Still rolling. Look at Daniel just standing around doing freaking nothing. That's all he does. All right. See you guys.